Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Well, some of you know that I went up to Fairbanks this past week. I left on Sunday. I came back yesterday. So that's basically 5 days. And during the whole time, it never got dark. And that's kind of amazing. And it's something that was on my bucket list to do, is to go and witness the summer solstice, the land of the midnight sun. Now, technically, I didn't quite do that because I couldn't get up to the Arctic Circle, especially at midnight. And the reason I couldn't get up to the Arctic Circle is because my rent-a-car company did not permit traveling a highway to get there. So I was under contract to not go up to the Arctic Circle. So I had to settle for second best, and Fairbanks is close enough to do that. Well, why is Fairbanks such a good place to witness the summer solstice? Well, we're going to have a little physics lesson here. And as you see, my virtual background is not virtual right now. And that's because I want to show you this globe here. Everybody knows this is planet Earth, right? And the Earth has some interesting aspects to it. First of all, it spins on its axis and it goes all the way around once in every 24 hours, create 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of night. And that is if the sun is shining directly on the green equator there. And so that's in March and September, it's 12 hours daylight and 12 hours nighttime all the way around. Now, in the summer and the winter, it's a little bit different because not only does this planet spin on its axis, but it also spins around the sun. And in doing so, it's tilted as it goes. And so depending on where it is relative to the sun, it depends on how much sunshine that you would get. So if you look at I'm going to try to tilt this in kind of a strange way. If you look at this aspect of it, and you look at Europe here, you see that Europe would be the sun would hit Europe a good part of the time, and then it gets dark, and then the United States, it's sunny, and so forth, and then the Pacific Ocean. And in the wintertime, the Earth is tilted in such a way that the northern hemisphere, this is hard to tilt this on Zoom, but anyway, the northern hemisphere in the wintertime is actually the other way. And so the northern climes, the sun doesn't hit that much. The sun would go literally over the top here, and you see there's part of the globe that doesn't get hit. Now in the summertime, there's the United States, and in the summertime, here's Alaska. Yeah, I think you can see Alaska there. This is not how I would normally tilt the globe, but in the summertime, this part of the Earth is tilted toward the sun more than other times of the year. So as a result, the sun actually, as the Earth turns, more of the northern climes are in the sunlight. Now there you see Siberia, and it's in the sun for a long period of time, and then the United States, and it's in the sun for a long period of time when the Earth is tilted this way, this time of year. So what does that create? Well, this creates a situation where you have almost 24 hours of daylight in the Arctic Circle north. In fact, north of the Arctic Circle, on June 21st, you do get exactly 24 hours of daylight, and comparatively on December 21st, it's 24 hours of darkness. And if you go way to the north, like the North Pole, I mean, it's dark for 6 months and it's late for 6 months. That's the extreme because of the rotation of the Earth. Well, what does that look like? 3 years ago, I went up to find out, and I did find out that it didn't get dark time I was there that long either. So I went back again, see if I could wait a little longer, maybe it'd get dark, but it didn't. So I'm going to try to share my screen here, show you what it looks like. Those of you who have seen my Facebook posts already saw this. And there we go, okay. And I'm going to share the screen, and there you see a picture of the motel parking lot. I'm taking this out from my window. And our current area director is wondering why I'm taking a picture of the parking lot. Well, as you can see, it's partly cloudy. There's some blue sky there. This is a little bit after midnight on the 21st. This was like 12:30 in the morning. And as you can see, it didn't get very dark. And that's about as dark as it got, without the clouds in the sky. Now, unfortunately, the other times it was cloudy. And so this particular time, I believe, was a 8:45 in the evening for the previous picture, the way Facebook posted it, they didn't post it in the same order that I told them to. So I need to get after Mark Zuckerberg about that, I guess. And then this particular time, I believe, was 2:30 in the morning. And this one was at 7 o'clock in the morning. And interestingly enough, the darkest was here at 7 o'clock in the morning, and that was because it was overcast and it was raining a little bit. But compare that, 7 in the morning, where around here the sun is up, with that, which is a little after midnight in Fairbanks. And you know what it's like here in Fairbanks, or rather, it's like here at 12:30 in the morning this time of year. It's pretty dark. So that's the difference. So if you go far enough north, this is what you see. And at this time of year, actually, technically, the sun does set, but barely. The sun just dips slightly below the horizon and comes right back up again. Maybe it's there for an hour, but the sun is actually set and comes back up. In fact, you can probably still see the top of the sun as it goes down and comes back up. So a very intriguing thing to watch. And I didn't need lights on my car or anything, but I had them. So I could do just about anything at this time of night. I could read a book, I could eat dinner, or whatever. I'm going to stop sharing at this point and say, if you ever want to see the midnight sun, the best place to go actually is Fairbanks, Alaska, because first of all, it's relatively easy to get to. I took a direct flight out of Monterey to Seattle and Seattle to Fairbanks. It's about a 6.5-hour trip. There's not too many of them, so you've got to kind of figure out where you want to go. But you can get there from Monterey pretty readily. So as I say, I had a great time this past week, and I saw the midnight sun and put it on Facebook and got some comments about taking pictures of parking lots. And I had actually one person, one of my Facebook friends said this morning, "Oh, I just figured out what this picture was all about. I thought I was looking for a bear breaking into cars or something, or a moose in the parking lot." But no, it wasn't for that. It was the midnight sun. So hope you have a chance to do what I did this week, Madam Postmaster.